What's going on, everybody? Nick here. 5-minute rant, Nick Saban on potentially him coming to the NFL. Here we go. I highly doubt Nick Saban is going to make the move from Alabama to the NFL. I just don't think he would do it. Now, there's a slight possibility that his ego is so large that when he hears people say he'll never do it, he'll come back and fail. Look what he did in Miami. He's not a high school. He's not an NFL type coach. It'll never work. But then I can see maybe him saying, you know what? Screw it. I'm going. But that's a very small chance, and I don't think it's going to happen. Right? Why would you go to the NFL if you are a god at Alabama and in college football? Right? So think about this. What job in the NFL is set up the way he's set up in Alabama on the field over the next 3 years? There isn't one. Because if there is one, they wouldn't need a head coach. There's teams that don't have quarterbacks. There's teams that have a lot of holes. Alabama really, except for their kicker, I guess, doesn't really have many holes. He brought in a freshman at halftime with a 20-point deficit with the kid and won the national championship. And at one point, I think he had six freshmen on the field. 6 freshmen on the field. And won the national championship. I don't know why you'd leave that over the next 3 years, because really over the next 3 years, you're set up to potentially win 3 in a row. That's a legit possibility. And you would go down as the greatest college football coach of all time. Arguably, he is already. But you win the next 3 in a row, you will never be caught. Not in my lifetime, you'll never be caught. Nobody will ever catch if you do that. So I just don't think the way he's set up, why he would leave that situation. Right? To me, it just doesn't make any sense. And that, again, that is me. I guess, if some people want the challenge and they want to go to the next step, I don't see him doing it. He would give up a lot of control. Right? In Alabama, he controls everything. He controls absolutely everything in that program. He runs that town. It's Nick Saban. He makes every decision. Finalize it. He's not going to get that in the NFL. He's going to have to answer to a GM, unless he gets the coach and GM job, which is very extremely, extremely likely. But if he goes to a job with a GM, he's going to have a lot of pull, but there's going to be other people in on those decisions. You're going to have owners that are going to be in on decisions. You think owners of NFL teams are just not going to give any input? There may be a few, but you still have to run things by the owner. You're giving up control. And the control that he has is insane. Nick Saban, the media, he controls all the media down there. So he controls who can come in and ask a question. What media comes in and asks what questions. He controls everything. You're going to give that up? You're going to come to New York? You're not going to be able to just revoke credentials because you don't like a guy. They're going to just hammer you. And you're not going to be able to do anything about it but sit there and answer the questions. And it's not easy. It's easy when you run the media, reporters in that town, but it's not when you don't. Another reason I don't think he's coming is I don't think his style works. You can't act like that in the NFL and coach in the NFL the way he does, because you can scare the bejesus out of kids in college, especially when you're Nick Saban, right? They're young, they're kids, especially when you recruited them and you went into their homes and they were 16 and 17 years old. You were the god of everything at that point in their lives. You came in, you're Nick Saban, right? You're Nick Saban coming in the door. So it's easy to scare kids into, or I shouldn't say scare, but yeah, for lack of a better term, scare kids into doing what you want them to do. Yes, coach. Okay, coach. Yes, coach. Yes, coach. Yes, coach. You had them when they were kids. You talked to them when they were 16, 17. Now they're coming and playing college football for you. They're going to do every single thing you say. In the NFL, it's not going to work. You're not going to be able to treat players like that. You're not going to be able to do that on the sidelines. You're not going to be able to run practice and yell at people the way you do and run it like that. It's just not going to happen. Simply not going to happen. So I just don't think his style will translate to the NFL, which will hurt his success a lot. He'd have to change a lot of things. And his roots are down there. Finally, I just think he's just rooted there and his family's rooted there. His wife, from what I heard, is a big part of the team. She's a big part of the university. A lot of the players consider her a mother figure down there. She's highly involved on game day, highly involved throughout the week. She's not going to have that involvement in the NFL. She's not going to have that involvement with an NFL team. She'll have involved, but not at that level. And those players don't need that. They're men at that point, right? So she's not going to be able to do what she wants to do. And I just don't think it's a good situation for Nick Saban to leave Alabama, where he can go on and become one of the greatest, become head and shoulders the best college coach of all time, which is not that bad of a deal. That's all I got. Let me know what you think. Share it with your friends. Go on the New York Knick on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, the NYNICK. Thanks, everybody. See you.